Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from 3SC5 from Group 8, and here we will talk about implementation, architecture modeling, McDonald's delivery website. My name is Muhammad Ammar Fadhlan, and my partner.
Umar Abdullah Azzam.
The next slide is agenda. We have some of the agenda. The first is what is business. Second, business architecture. The third is implementation, and the last suggestion and conclusion. Next.
So before we go into deeper presentation, we need to learn what is a business. A business can range from a small operations operating in one industry to large operations operating in many industry around the world. A business is defined as an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. There are various forms of a business, such a limited liability company (LCC), a sole proprietorships, a corporation, and a partnerships. A business can be for-profit entities or non-profit organizations. We need to understanding a business much more deeper. There is a three element of a business: business concept, business plan, and business structures. So the business concepts is just like an idea for a business that include basic information such as the service or products, the target demographics, and a unique selling propositions that gives an advantage. Depending on the nature of the business, extensive market research may be necessary to determine whether turning the idea into a business is achievable. The second is the business plan. It's formal documents detailing business goals and objective and the strategy of how it will achieve the goals and fulfill its objectives. The last is business structures. Business usually organize themselves around some sort of hierarchy or bureaucracy, where position in a company have established roles and responsibilities. The structures in the business. There is three types of structures: a sole proprietorships, a corporations, and the last one is the partnerships. So the first is a sole proprietorships. Is this is a unincorporated business with only one owner who pays personal income tax on profits earned. So these types of business structures easy to establish and dismantle because the lack of government involvement, making them popular with small business owners and contractors. Usually, many these types of business structures are getting restructured into an LLC. So they just kind of uh, getting into a big one company in sync with the company expansions. So the second is a partnerships. It is just an arrangement between two or more people to oversee a business operations and share its profits and liabilities. Usually, usually the one that uses is like a professional like doctors and lawyers. They often form limited liability partnerships. The third one are corporations. A corporation it is a legal entity that is separate and distinct from its owners. These types of structures can make a profit can be taxed. There is an important element of corporations. It is a limited liability, which means that the shareholders may take part in profits. They are getting the profits through dividends and stock appreciations, but they are not personally liable for the company debt. So they get the profits from the company, but they didn't have to take care of the debts. Corporations offer the strongest protections to its owners from personal liability, but the cost to form corporations is higher than other structures. A business architecture. A business architect interprets and contextualizes strategy for operational needs, develops specific artifacts such as business capability maps and value streams to help bridge the gap between strategy and execution, and helps streamline the rationalize the enablement process. Business architects strive to make business architecture the glue that binds various aspects of enterprise strategy, design modeling, and solution ecosystem. As in today's business and IT landscapes in large firms are complex, The business architects collaborate with various other specialists to achieve the enterprise objective. For example, the business architects may own the enterprise business capabilities model, but has to work in conjunction with other professionals to help complete various components of the overall business architecture. The last one, we go into the framework and method. So in business architecture frameworks, the framework ensures the consistency of structural structure and guides the application of a controlled language to a meta layer and a contextualization layer. The meta layer structures the overall concepts and enables orchestration to define and customize possible business architecture directions. In the business architecture methods, this overarching business architecture method layer prescribes the definition of the dimensions and submethods necessary for implementing the desired feature states. Using the impacted aspect areas as guidance, the needed dimensions are defined. In business architecture approach, upon the dimension selections, the business architect's approach is now composed of a series of various methods, steps to produce the desired effect for the associated building blocks. The current building blocks are reordered, replaced, or retired as part of a normal business process.
Okay, let's talk about implementation architecture model in McDonald's delivery website. The first one, next, the first one is login page in McDonald's website. On the login page, in addition to contain username and password fields, McDonald's also display ongoing promos that currently viable, such as discount and cashback. This provides an advantage for a user because they would know the ongoing promos well for McDonald's. These promos can also attract more customers. The next page is homepage, McDonald's delivery website. When entering the main page of the user will be shown with one of the McDonald's menus, such as McFlurry, Mango, Coconut. This aims to increase sales of this menu because the user is interested in image of the menu, the increased appetite. Next, the third page is menu page, McDonald's delivery website. On the McDonald's menu page always display the price of food at a la carte price of the user think that the food is cheap enough to enjoy. This provides an advantage for McDonald's because user thinks food from McDonald's can be enjoyed at an affordable price. Okay, the next page is menu page, McDonald's delivery website. This page switch to the food customization page. On this page, user can customize their food as they want. User can change their drinks from Coca-Cola to lemon tea or other drinks, but this is charge. Here, McDonald's can get benefit from user who customize the food and change the drink because by using the food or changing the drink will be charged a fee that will increase the McDonald's turnover of the order. Next. The next page is payment page. On the payment page, users are free to choose to pay using cash, credit card, or e-wallet, such as GoPay or Link Aja. This provides an advantage for user because usually paying using e-wallet will get cashback or additional discount from e-wallet. Next. The next page is tracking order McDonald's delivery website. After payment, order will be prepared, processed, and delivered to the user. McDonald's Indonesia delivery website provides to user for check status of the order and tracking the order. That is make trust from the user to the McDonald's because user can be checked for the user status order.
So, this is the conclusion and suggestions. In our conclusions, the delivery websites already using the business architecture, the architecture modeling correctly. The flow from the user go to the main page, need an account to make an order, tracking user location for delivery, multiple option of payments, status of delivery, and many other things shows a good implementations. In our opinions, for the suggestions, the websites needs to delete the continue without an account options. People can abuse these options. They can order a lot of foods and put it in the wrong address to scam people. That's is of our all of our presentations. We are sorry if we making some kind of mistakes along the way of of our presentation.
Thank you for the attention.
Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.